The Lego Fortnite Star Wars update just got revealed and it looks absolutely insane. We're going to be going through every single detail in this video, so let's not waste any more time, let's jump straight into things and let's do this. Epic themselves have just revealed every single detail that we need to know about the Star Wars Lego Fortnite update that's coming on May 3rd. They've given us an absolutely insane trailer and also a blog post full to the brim with secrets. Let's kick things off then with the fact that we are actually getting our first ever Lego Pass. It's known as Rebel Adventure and it's going to work very similar to the way that we get them in Battle Royale and also things like Fortnite Festival. It's going to have one track where you can get tons of decor items and builds for absolutely free. And then there'll be a paid track which will cost you 1400 V-Bucks, which is going to give you access to a ton more items. And also, as soon as you pay for that, you're going to get Chewbacca as a skin. As you can see with the Rebel Adventure Pass, if you go for the free track and decide not to do the paid one, you can even unlock some absolutely amazing builds with the Mos Eisley Marketplace being right at the top. If you do fancy spending those V-Bucks though and you happen to get all the way to the top of the paid track, you can unlock the Dusty Durr Burger. And this is pretty much a crossover between classic Durr Burger buildings and Star Wars. In order to progress through the pass, unlock all the decor items and the builds, you're going to have to get studs. The more studs you collect, the further you're going to progress in this brand new pass. And of course you're going to get those from doing all sorts of challenges in game. I think it's safe to say with this pass, all of the decor items and all of the builds that we're going to be getting, they could have just added some of the best things in Lego Fortnite history. I know a lot of people were concerned with the recent increase of Lego kits being sold in the item shop that maybe all of these Star Wars builds you'd have to pay for, but I'm very happy to tell you that is not the case. Although a lot of the builds are in the paid part of the pass, it is really nice to see tons of amazing decor items and a build in the free side. Which is something that so many Lego Fortnite fans have really been looking for, brand new free builds to be able to use in their survival worlds, and that is exactly what we're getting here. But it doesn't stop there though, because rifting into our Lego worlds is a ton of Star Wars stuff too. As shown in the reveal trailer, the Empire are going to be rifting into our survival worlds, and it's going to be our jobs to work with the rebels to try and take them down. There's even going to be a massive Empire crash site right on the map. And pretty much as soon as we jump into our survival worlds, we're going to be getting a pair of macro binoculars. This is actually going to point you in the direction of the Rebel Village. And this Rebel Village is going to be located on Star Wars Island, so it very much sounds like this is going to be a different island than our normal survival world. You can see what appears to be the Rebel Village in this image right here. And if you look carefully on the different walls of the buildings, you can quite clearly see loads of the different decor items that we're going to be getting in the Lego Fortnite Pass. We're going to be able to level this thing up to level 10 like we can with our normal villages. We're going to be completing objectives, supplying resources and constructing rebel buildings. And Lego Fortnite have been very quick to point out that if you really enjoy this Rebel Village and you don't want to say goodbye to your neighbours anytime soon, don't panic, because the Rebel Village is going to be sticking around for quite a while past the 29.40 update. So anyone who was thinking that this might be a short collab, you don't need to worry, because this thing is going on for a very long time. And also the Rebel Adventure Pass that we spoke about not long ago, you're actually going to be able to complete this thing for quite a long time, giving you the opportunity to unlock everything all the way up until July 23rd. It's looking like it could end up pretty dangerous in our survival worlds, because the Empire is not completely down and out, and they're going to try and make our world their home. They're even going to be setting up camps around the Star Destroyer crash site, and it's going to be up to us to infiltrate them and take back our world. And you can actually see these camps on screen right here, and they look like they've got some pretty impressive Imperial architecture. And interestingly, the macro binoculars that will already be given are going to be really useful for finding these camps. And although we may get automatically given a pair, we're actually going to be able to craft these too, but I'm going to get onto all of that in a second. And apparently Epic is going to give us the choice on whether or not we want to keep these Imperial camps permanently. If you want to, you can completely wipe them off your map and destroy them, or you can decide to keep them. But if we're going to be taking down the Empire and destroying some of those Imperial camps, we're going to need some weaponry. And of course, the first of those is going to be lightsabers. But don't panic if you're worrying about how exactly you're going to craft these things, because it's not even going to work like that. Lightsabers won't be craftable, instead we're going to unlock them by helping the rebels build up their village. So by the looks of it, if you want to get your hands on one of the most famous weapons in movie history, you're going to have to put some serious work in with the rebels. Interestingly as well, it does say in the blog post that these lightsabers are obviously really powerful, but they're going to need time to recharge after combat. So we're going to have to be very careful in terms of exactly when we decide to use these. And by the looks of things, we are going to get to make a decision on what colour lightsaber we actually have. As the blog post even says, are you civilized or secretly on the dark side? Whatever your answer, different coloured lightsabers are waiting for you in your world. So by the sounds of it, you're literally going to be able to choose whether you want to go with green or blue, or maybe even red. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm maybe thinking about a little turn towards the dark side, because the idea of using a red lightsaber in Lego Fortnite is looking pretty juicy right about now. Luckily though, lightsabers are not the only weapons that we're going to be able to use against the Empire, because we're going to be able to craft Chewbacca's bowcaster. This is going to dish out a load of explosive damage against enemies, and in order to unlock the recipe for this bowcaster, we need to add Durasteel into our inventories, which is quite clearly something we've never had before. We're going to be using it for a ton of other crafting, as well as we're also going to be able to get the DL44. So it sounds like that blaster is going to be really useful, but it's actually not the only one, because we can also craft the E11. And if you're not necessarily a fan of using blasters, don't worry, because Lego Fortnite have still got you covered, because we're also going to be able to craft the thermal detonator. Lego Fortnite literally call this the bounty hunter's detonator of choice. This thrown explosive affects a wider area than dynamite. And that sounds like a very good thing to me, because quite frankly the Epic devs have nerfed dynamite into the ground. So an absolutely insane host of weaponry there. We've got lightsabers, we've got the bowcaster, the DL44, the E11 and the thermal detonator. It's absolute madness. And although these things may be craftable, they are not going to be craftable at our normal standard crafting benches. No, no, no. Because ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the Rebel Workbench. This is of course going to be a brand new station that's available on Star Wars Island. And interestingly, in order to get the recipe for this, we need to add Plastoid into our inventories, which once again is something that we've never even seen before. So Durasteel and Plastoid are apparently two resources that we're going to be getting with this update. And if you were a little bit worried that later down the line you might no longer have access to these Star Wars weapons in your survival world, you've got nothing to panic about. Because your lightsabers, bowcasters, DL44s, E11s, thermal detonators and Rebel workbenches are all going to be sticking around after the 29.40 update. The madness doesn't end there though, because just like with pretty much every single update that we get in Lego Fortnite these days, there are tons of skins which are going to be getting brand new Lego styles, but the most important of these is going to be our final Star Wars skins. With the two biggest ones of course being Darth Vader and the Mandalorian, which were of course previous Battle Pass skins. You're now going to be able to play as them as Lego versions in your survival world. And ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much all of the information that we have now had revealed as part of the Lego Fortnite Star Wars update. There is so much information to take in, it's pretty mind-blowing. It's unlike anything we've ever seen up to this point. I think we all know that so many people that previously played Lego Fortnite were really looking for something massive to bring them back to the game, and I think we can all agree that this is it. It seems like the devs might have just smashed it out of the park with the biggest and craziest update in Lego Fortnite history. I absolutely can't wait to jump in and try all of this stuff out. It's going to be absolutely amazing. That is everything that I've got for you in this video right here, guys. I guess I'll see you in the next one, and peace out.